Well, good morning, everybody. It is 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and I am heading to work. And I am fogging up. You know, you gotta kind of hate that in-between weather when it's moist outside or humid outside, I guess. And it's kind of in that between temperature where it's not cold, cold enough for sure, but definitely not warm. So right now, when I left the house, which was 2 minutes ago, weather-wise, as you can see, it's raining, which is awesome to ride in the rain. It's not pouring rain by any means, it's just kind of spitting, which is okay. I don't mind that too much. So it's not completely crazy and hazardous for me to be riding around. Who knows what it'll be like on the way home. Anyway, yeah, I'm at that temperature where, I fog up really easy. So the shield on my helmet is foggy. I'm always lifting it up, putting it back down, lifting it back up, putting it back down. So every time I have to stop, down or up she goes, so I can actually see what's going on. Anybody out there know of a good, I don't know what you want to call it, like a spray or something like that you can put on your glass so it doesn't do that? Now my other concern, and this is the first time I've done this, is the camera on top of my helmet. I have no idea if she's going through the same thing that my face shield is doing. I know that the GoPro sells those little moisture packs that you can get for your camera housing so that it pulls the moisture out. I know I was doing a ride last year sometime. New territory, awesome filming it just for the ride, and get home after being out for 4 or 5 hours to realize that my camera couldn't see anything at all, which is always awesome. Hold on. So anyways, I have no idea, and I'm hoping that the camera is working. It was a little low on battery this morning. I forgot to charge it up. So we'll see if she makes it all the way. But anyway, yeah. So temperature-wise, it's about, the thermostat or the iPhone or whatever you want to call it nowadays told me it was between 3 and 4 degrees Celsius here in Ottawa. But it said that it feels like -2. Oh, fogging up again. Hold up. There we go. So, but I've been riding for the last couple weeks, and I'm pretty sure every morning feels like minus something or other. It's been it's been a cold April, that's for sure. I have to say that one of the nice things about riding on a Saturday morning at 7, I guess at least, is there really isn't very many people on the road. I didn't actually put my rain gear on this morning, and now I'm wondering if maybe I should have. I'm getting a little rainy, but I don't know if you can see that. I got my chaps on. Got my nice gloves, but no rain gear. I am covered in leather. But that can get wet. Roads are definitely wet. And again, being the fact that it's a little chillier, is always a little concerning how slippery the roads actually are. So, on a straight line, I have no problems doing the speed limit right now. But going into curves or anything like that, luckily for me, I don't have very many curves on my way to work. But yeah, normally in this kind of weather, at this kind of temperature, I would definitely be a little more cautious about the speeds that I'm going. But hey, the bike's going straight now, roads are going straight. I should be okay. Oh, good, green light. I like green lights, don't have to stop. So last year, I got in a motorcycle incident, I guess, on roads similar to this, actually. Maybe a little bit more rainy, but similar. Where a car came across multiple lanes, and I really just had nowhere to go. So I ended up trying to swerve out of the way and lost control of the back tire and woke up in the hospital. So probably another reason why I'm a little more cautious with roads like this. But I guess one of the perks was, well, multiple perks, I guess. First off is, yes, I woke up in the hospital, but except for a little bit of a headache, I was none the worse. So that's always good. Second, I guess, and an important part of this whole thing is that since I don't really remember a whole lot of it, again, the last thing I remember was seeing the back tires kind of flip out the side of me. Is that because I don't remember the accident or remember the hit on the ground or any of that? I don't know. Maybe that's why I still don't have that much of a fear, I guess. I know a lot of people that have gotten into, motorcycle accidents or stuff like that, and didn't even have to be, overly serious. They just happened, and they have decided they don't want it to happen again, so they've stopped riding. I don't know. Maybe it would have been different if I was conscious through the whole thing. Maybe, if I remember hitting the ground or remember how much, I dislike that feeling, maybe my thoughts of riding would have changed. But as of now, I love it just as much as the day I started riding. So hopefully, I had so many people tell me when I started that, you're in one of two groups. You're in the I haven't dropped my bike and I haven't got in an accident, or you're in the group that's, sorry, I got that wrong. Yeah, you're in the group that has dropped their bike and has an accident, or you're in the group that just has not yet dropped it. Because, it's one of those things that we've all, or will all, at one point, drop our bike. Now, hopefully you just drop it in a parking lot, going next to nothing, and, for whatever reason you fall over, your kickstand didn't pop out properly or something like that. Hopefully that's the way you drop your bike. Hopefully it's not doing 70 kilometers an hour or faster and some moron decides to come out of the side street and knock you over. So, but yeah, I digress. Yeah, it's a little bit rainier than I thought. Again, I don't know if the camera's picking that kind of stuff up. Maybe not, unless there's, raindrops on the lens. There's definitely raindrops all over the front of my visor. That's the other thing. So, I got my windscreen, which definitely helps keep the rain off me, but not my visor. Anybody out there use, again, we talked about, or I asked about spray earlier on in regards to keeping my visor clear from fogging up. But, we just bought some stuff called Rain-X for our car windscreen for the rain. And it's almost like a wax for your windscreen, so when the water hits it, it's it's quite amazing, actually. I was in the car with a friend of mine who had it on his windshield, and I was like, what the hell is going on with your windscreen? Why is the rain beating off the way it is? And he's like, oh, it's this stuff called Rain-X that I buy and put on it. So I was like, that's cool. So I bought some from the car, and that's great. And my thought was, hey, I'm gonna put it on my motorcycle windscreen, and I'm gonna put it on the visor of my helmet, because it would be so awesome for the rain to be able to just hit my helmet or hit the screen and bead right off the side, not have, you know, a whole bunch of droplets just sitting there in front of you, which, you know, if it's raining really hard, can be quite hard to see through. But I get home and take the bottle and, you know, wisely decide to read the instructions on it, and it says make sure, you know, do not use on plastics, any kind of plastics, unless the manufacturer of that plastic says that it's okay. Now I don't know how many plastic manufacturers are that descript in what you can use on them and what you cannot use on them, so I don't know. So if any of you, and it doesn't have to be in regards to Rain-X, even though I have that, which would be awesome if I could use it. But again, if you know of another product that can help, that can help in this kind of situation, that would be awesome, because I'm all about being able to see clearly, and you know, sometimes, like today, again, because of the weather, you don't always have that luxury of being able to see properly. So, anyways, that's about all I'm going to talk about today. I know the road that I've been traveling on today is not overly exciting. Like I said, fairly nice and straight route, but safety first. Got to make sure that I stay upright, because again, falling sucks. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody likes to do it. So I'm out, boys and girls. I actually, well, you know me, I get a tendency to talk. So tomorrow here in Ottawa, SOAR, which is the Society of Ottawa Area Riders, is putting on a thing downtown at City Hall. So it is because, and today is April 26th, I believe. Tomorrow, April 27th, they are launching the start of May is Motorcycle Awareness Month. So I'm hoping to see, you know, lots and lots, hundreds of millions and thousands of bikes down at City Hall tomorrow. I am, if the, you know, weather allows, and for me the weather has to be really rainy for me to not ride. But I hope everybody else is the same, and I hope everybody that's in the Ottawa area will come down, go for a little ride in the morning. It's 2 hours of your time. Come down to support the May is Motorcycle Awareness Month here in Ottawa, for sure. Hopefully, I see a lot of bikes. I'm gonna definitely have my camera running when I ride down there. Plus, have it running while I'm there as well. So yeah. Anyway, 2 videos coming up soon. So this one, which you're watching, I guess, and the one following. All right, again, guys. Drive safe. Later. Bye.